just see if it started. Okay, we ain't got nothing up there so far. Give it a hot minute to load up. There we go. Yes, people, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna do a little like a reaction. Basically I'm reacting to like I don't know, some Logic, some real talk and that from like Wallo. Obviously mama comes with the true talk still, so I thought, yeah, bam, let's just take it from there. So yeah, log in, let's talk about it. So let's start with this one, when he was talking to Young Thug before Young Thug was on his repo and that now, what you call it, yeah, try to give him some warnings and that, and even obviously his homeboys that he brought in the show and that. But yeah, let's see what he's got to say.
I'm gonna be straight up, Thug. Like, a lot of us, man, we be You did 20 years, didn't you? Yeah, 20. I did 5 first, then I did 20. I did 5 in the juvenile system. I did 20 in the penitentiary. And I went. So you really did more time in prison than you ever did on the earth. On the earth. That's why a lot of times, when some of y'all young niggas, when some of y'all young niggas in here that still be living that shit, I don't be talking to y'all on Instagram as some square ass, lame ass nigga. I'm talking to y'all as a nigga that been in a prison yard and see little young boy come in with his tattoos on his face, and he like, oh gee. I'm like, what's up? You know Keisha? From where? They don't know, but that's your mom? Yeah. She said, could you call her? Call her. Damn, yeah, he got a shooting. Then I go back, young boy, let me see your paperwork. He like, yeah, how much time? Like, what can I, when I'm going home? Shit. 2073. Cease. And now all the gangster shit gone. The homies gone. The bitch is gone. Ain't nobody. So when I'm on there, I'm speaking from a place of trying to get niggas some real game. Cause I'm gonna tell you some shit, Thug. It's lonely than a motherfucker.
Like, what my man's trying to say is like, certain men are doing crimes with their people and that, no, like their friends, and then bam, what you call it, they get slapped with like a 20-year sentence, a 30-year sentence, what you call it, in America, obviously it could be more, UK, like we're getting 35 recs, so you have to do that before you even write to the Queen. That's what rec mean. And it's like, in that time now, like your brethren's having kids, his aunties getting married, what you call it, other families getting married and that, brothers and sisters having kids. He's trying to support his family and all that, you get me? All these while you're in jail and that, 20 years and that. Like, how much friends do you think's really gonna be there after 20 years time? You get what I'm trying to say? 30 years time. You get me? From when, I don't know, say you're, I don't know, 20 when you go jail and you do 30 years. That's 50 when you come out. You're a granddad, OAP. You get what I'm trying to say? Your friends who had kids, their kids should have kids, you get me? So they're gonna be like great granddads, you get me? So it's like, come on now, like anything you're doing today, you should be thinking about your future and making sure you can be here for your kids and your kids' kids. You get what I'm trying to say? Well, like people that ain't recognizing that, thinking, yeah, I gotta ride with my people, like their friends and that, like their friends gonna be there to the end. Nah, it's rarely happens, rarely. Only hard-working friends make it to the end. If you're not hard-working friends, then you don't make no sense, you get me? If you're doing petty crimes and all that.
In there. And when life goes on, your family dying. So when I'm seeing the young niggas, and certain niggas hit me, I DM and give them some game, I'll be trying to lay it on it because, like, I ain't the nigga that's gonna say, here, youngin', take this pistol. Take this package. I ain't gonna put you on no dummy mission. And the problem is so many niggas is scared of y'all. I'm not scared of no young niggas because I'm not coming at you in the wrong way. I'm coming at you the way your daddy ain't come at you, the way your uncle couldn't come at you because them niggas was dead in prison. So I ain't gonna be on the gram talking some sucker shit to you, just like I checked the young nigga in here. I don't know who it was. If like you rappers, like the artists, if you don't want to be an artist, take it to the streets. But don't bring the dumb shit in the game trying to prove that you're a fucking real nigga. And while you proving that you're a real nigga, you gonna finesse yourself out of position and out of opportunity that can change your family and generations in your family life. Y'all getting money that niggas never got, thug.
You get me? And obviously that last little bit there, you were just saying, boy, from when you reach a position, obviously if you're out here, you're working and you're doing certain little things, and it's probably not, you're probably not in the best position, but you got room to work it out. Like, settle, chill a bit, you get what I'm trying to say? It would all work out. What you call it, just give yourself time and that, you get me? If you, what you call it, you risk it all and that, no. And then, boy, you literally could be risking it all, you get me? And it's kind of stupid, you get me? If you got something legit going, or you built yourself up so much and that, no. Like, your life ain't so bad. And you don't have to see the troubles that you see when you're young. But you still choose to be dipping into the crime, you get me? You're dipping into doing bad. Like, that's stupid. But yeah, let's go on. Let's talk some real talk. Let's talk about it.
40 years, everybody in this room gonna be dead. So I'm getting mine now, every day. I'm leaving this shit out here. Life will leave your ass. See, everybody wake up with all this magical Instagram shit and, oh, this is happening. I could get some likes. Likes ain't love.
Whew, that's deep. That's deep. Let me take that back. My man starts by saying, 40 years, half of the people in this room won't even be here. Whew. In 40 years' time, how old would I be? You get me? I'm 39 now. So, I'll be like 79. Blood. That's too much. You get me? I'll be at AOP. You get me? 40 years. No, OAP, sorry. Old age pensioner. That is what you call it. Yeah. What am I doing till now, till then? You get me? I ain't got no time to argue with people, you know. Trust me. You get me? This next 40 years gonna be a blessing. Let me tell you that now. You get me? No troubles. Nobody look at me wrong. I'm gonna smile at everybody. You get me? Got no time for mistakes.
40 years, everybody in this room gonna be dead. So I'm getting mine now, every day. I'm leaving this shit out here. Life will leave your ass. See, everybody wake up with all this magical Instagram shit and, oh, this is happening. I could get some likes. Likes ain't love. And likes ain't money unless you me. I'm just being realistic. That's real shit. I'm not on Instagram if I ain't doing what I'm doing. I don't want to be no regular shit. For what? Doing it for a reason. The people that love me, I already know who love me. I know there's a handful of people that love me. They cool. They ain't on Instagram. My grandma ain't on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Certain people ain't. So we got to get some money while we here to take care of our families when we gone. Because motherfuckers that get it fucked up. Oh, you black. You just... Listen, what the fuck you mean? Milk costs. Everything costs, right? Everything. Everything costs. Water costs too. Everything costs. Right. So while we here, we better take advantage of this time. I meet new people every day. I talk to everybody I run into, and I ask them, man, what you got going on? What do you do? And maybe we could get a value exchange. Maybe we can. But a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna make it. A lot of motherfuckers that, you know, out of the people that subscribe to you, follow you, a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna make it because you know why? They ain't gonna listen. They gonna leave. I tell motherfuckers, hey, that all the time. Oh, why I ain't do it? You're not built to win. Everybody ain't gonna win. Fuck you mean why you ain't win? No, they just listening. Well, what you mean why? What you mean why you ain't? Damn, Wallo, how do you win? What do you do? I'm a refugee. I came out of prison and I seen that everybody was out here playing fucking games. So just like the refugees, just like the people that come from overseas, the agents, they come through. They like Barry Sanders. They see all the motherfucking holes on the field, and they execute. While everybody else is, oh, I gotta buy this. Listen. If you don't like me, you don't like me. When we all naked, that's who we really are. When there's no makeup, when the haircut's not done, this is who I am. I might cut my hair sometime, but fuck it. You like me like this or you don't like me. Because most of the people that don't like you, they're not investing in your shit anyway. They're not going to spend no money with you anyway. People get caught up, oh, I got this many followers. A dude told me on an elevator in the condo.
It's not even what they ain't even doing for you. What my personal take on it is like, when people don't like you, it's something they see in you that they also do themselves, that they don't like about themselves. You get what I'm trying to say? And it's not always the mirror image of what they do. It's just similar. You get me? Similar and the same ain't the same. You get me? What you call it? The same is the same, like exact, innit? Well, the exact same is the exact same. Similar is something alike. You get what should I say? So someone can see something alike, I'll be like, and then bare judgment comes from that. You get me?
Atlanta. Yeah, well, look, I got these many followers. That shit don't mean nothing. Fuck you telling me that for? What do that got to do with business? Is you making moves with business? You can buy them followers, but can you make money off of your followers? Do corporate America say, oh, that motherfucker, we got to get him some money? Because one thing about, I'm going to say some shit, and I love my black people, right? But like me and Gil always talk about, the niggas want to play games out here. Black boy ain't going to say, me and him been talking since day one, since the beginning of this shit. When nobody, I called him, I DM'd him and said, yo, bro, this shit you put on Instagram, this is going to become major. This is informative. You need to keep going. This, then, the third. I gave him the layout. And I told him here and there, I said, listen, man, because a lot of people say, damn, man, we got all these people out here. Why y'all go to bars, too? I said, let me explain something to you about white people and black people. See, one thing about us, we don't know how to check us and be straight up about us, and we bullshit. A motherfucker come and hang out here, come back here for free. I get back here for free. Oh, I know them. You know how many niggas that ran to their shows and went to the back door? Because they didn't value them. We don't put value on each other. White man say, oh, Wallo and Gilly, earn your leisure. It's 2021. Oh, these niggas gonna be the shit 2025. They gonna be, what you need right now? What you need right now? The so-called black leader, black business boys, they gonna be like, hey, yeah, I see you, baby. You killing them, keep doing it. White boy gonna come and Wallo, what you want? What you need? What you need? I need this, I need this, I need a business fund, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. Okay, because you know independent contractor. Send me your, the route number, the W-9, and all that type shit. Okay, let's get busy. I ain't gotta play no games and beg about my value. They look at us and say, motherfuckers look at them and say, this is the future of black entrepreneurship. This is the platform where everybody that made shit happen gonna come and tell their story and give game about how they executed their plan and how you could take from that game and execute your plan. We don't put value on each other. That's why we always asking for a deal. You'll go inside Gucci and give them $310 for a shirt with no logo on it. But if I tell you I want $75, damn nigga, I got 35. That's how we operating. We don't value each other. The number one destroyer of black businesses is black people. Story. Hold that conversation. They ain't talking about that. Listen. Story. I was a little kid. Mr. Johnson, rest in peace. I used to work in Mr. Johnson's store. He was a penny course right around the corner from my grandma's crib. My grandma bought the crib, $14,000, 1963. Bang, I just renovated that bitch. I mean, I used to sleep in the middle room of that joint when I came home from prison, but that's another story. So, right around the corner, I used to go down to Mr. Johnson, sit on there, sweet. He give me all the candy. I'm talking Mr. Johnson had the black store, mom and pop with the pickled pig feet on the counter. Remember the red pickled pig feet in the joint? No, some of y'all don't remember that shit, but it's real. So one day I come in, he used to give me the candy, I used to sweep up. Yeah, like, Mr. Johnson, what's going on? He said, yeah, ready to leave. I said, Mr. I need you. I need you my candy, man. I come here and see, tell me stories, play the old music and all that shit. He said, close me down. I said, damn, I'm like, the man came? I'm thinking about the white man. The white man came. Oh, shit, the man, because you always hear about the man from your grandma. She come from home from work. The motherfuckers that, I'm just being real. No, us. I said, what you mean us? He said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they come. I put them in the book. Sugar, flour, put them in the book. Friday, they go to the Chinese store. The money, they don't come back. Look at my book. I can't, I'm not going to go knock on nobody's door. It's my people, I know they need it, but we don't value each other. I never forgot how they shut Mr. Johnson down, our people. So we got to be realistic, man, and really talk about value. We don't talk about value. You see what I'm saying? A motherfucker say, damn, Murray Leach, I want y'all to come here. All right, but pay them niggas. Get them niggas $100 grand to come and do something at your joint. Because that's what Complex gonna do. That's what Amazon gonna do. That's what Facebook gonna do. And we be having it, but we don't look at it. We always wiggling with the prices and shit. So as black people, we gotta realize, man, right now we at the state and we at the point of no return where we really gotta be on our shit. It's good that we have platforms like y'all where y'all giving up information, y'all educating people. That's important. Because a lot of people, you know how many people that went through y'all and went on YouTube and it changed their life, it transformed their life. You know how many dudes is, you know, like I told you, dudes selling packages. I know, yo, man, I seen that John, man. Them niggas was talking that shit. I'm ready to take 20 of this and go make a move. I'm still operating that, but I'm just saying, it's a way out. And that's what information is about. So it's like, y'all got to keep doing, like I always give y'all props. Keep doing y'all, keep figuring it out. Keep educating, keep finding new people to show us that it's more because I'm really burnt out on the real estate shit as a black man. I'm just burnt out because I'm just being straight up, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't knock nobody doing real estate. That's cool, but we gotta stop just jumping on what's popular. I know about 10,000 motherfuckers that take a LA day in real estate. They taking that. Why we can't start building what we worship? Why we play the game and master the game? Why we not creating the game? This is how we gonna get generational wealth for real. It's gonna take you forever. Why you gonna get a house? You just gonna leave the house? Oh, grandma leave the house. They buy as soon as grandma leave the house. By the time she did for a month, they wouldn't go. What motherfuckers gonna buy Gucci with that? They selling that to the them signs up in the street. We'll buy houses. Motherfuckers wanna get Gucci. Grandma bought the house in '60s. So we gotta be more real about each other. We gotta really check each other out here. Because everybody getting with some bullshit. And we gotta really realize what's important. Because one thing about this shit, that Instagram got everybody lost. Like I just did a post earlier. I didn't even put it up. I was in the Target. I just did a video. I was recording. I said, it fucked me up because it's like, no, you can't caress and finesse trauma. You gotta address it. You see what I'm saying? Because every day it's motherfucking millionaires killing themselves in mansions. Because it ain't just about the things. Okay, you got the designer, you got the foreign car, you got the jewelry, you got the trips, you got the bottles on top of the couch is standing. But after that, it's still the trauma is still there. We keep putting band-aids and camouflage in the shit to where as though the social media is fucking us up. The black relationship, everything is going to because everybody worshiping the gram. And it's fucked up. And now you got, listen, I'm seeing kids, man, I need you to come through. I said, what's going on? My daughter, man, she was in here, she having a breakdown. Why? Because nobody liked the picture on Instagram.
That's real shit. That's real shit.
And like I tell motherfuckers all the time, don't be mad when your son shoot the block up. I tell all the girls, I go, why you always saying crazy shit while I know? Because every time I walk by, he on the phone on the porch. You ain't even talk to the nigga.
Yeah, I seen that porch. When the last time you spoke to your kid? Like the phone is raising your kid.
You know what
When's the last time she had some dinner with me?
Nobody do that. Nobody cook no more. Everything fast food because they got the apps. Oh no, I put money on your app. You can just order a bunch of shit, bullshit. So all that, ain't nobody cooking. The moms is the new homegirls. Because right now they reliving their second child. This is their chance to shine. Let me go get my body done. You can do what you want to do because I don't mind the fat asses. I'm just being straight up. I'm just being real though. But they out here trying to run and be, and then now the kids, the daughters is on point looking at them like, damn, man, what's up with you? In our culture, the two girls that run our whole culture, Jada and Ari, they run this shit. They got it on smash. Everybody want to be them. I need a rapper, baby father. No disrespect to them. I need my body done. I need to be everywhere. I need to be lit. I need to be every party. That's our whole life now. So now the structure is fucked up. I asked the young boy, I said, damn, man. Young boy, I knew his uncle. I said, why you be out here wilding? He said, what I got? My dad, he been going. My mom don't give a fuck about me. She out here turning up. Fuck I care about, old Jim. And he out here turned up. He operating that pistol. So it's nobody loving nobody no more. Everything is about some social shit, and the new love is the gram. Like to me, I tell niggas all the time, man, I don't want to hear that shit about it. I don't want to hear nothing, no disrespect. I don't want to hear nothing about Jesus or law, none of that. You motherfuckers, Instagram is God in the black community. What the fuck is the matter with you, man? Nobody respect. Listen, you fear Instagram and the attention of losing Instagram more than you fear the God that you say that you believe in. Don't talk no religion shit to me. Religion is social media in the black community. Think about that shit. A motherfucker fear the comments of what you might say about what they got on, so when they in the mirror, they dress, they change it 5-6 times. Oh, this ain't gonna look right. This ain't gonna look. Nigga told me one time, wow, why you ain't got no lotion on? Fuck, I need some lotion on for, man. What the fuck did I got to do with anything? Wallo, why you always wearing the mirror? But I don't explain to niggas, but I wear them because when I'm moving around, they jump. I had to try to buck this shit ain't work, but I ain't got to explain to them. You worrying about the wrong shit, bro. How you miss the message? How you get in my earphones when I'm giving you some game on how to do some shit in life and pivot? Nigga, this how you pivot. I'm trying to give you some pivot game. That's why I be in my own fucking world out here. And it's sweet to be out here because I think everything's a fucking joke. And then I got Cuz, he don't give a fuck. He know all these niggas is bullshit and all this shit is dumb shit. He like, man, all these motherfuckers bullshit, man. This shit is on. They don't, the motherfuckers only want to fuck with you when you're hot. That's the reality of it. That's why I tell everybody, get hot. Your phone is going to ring. You want to have motherfuckers call your phone and you go like, how the fuck did you get? They going to get your number. When you hot, they going to get your fucking number.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No. Gil snapped the other day. He did the post about when off the 21 Savage on. You know how many phone calls we got? Damn, man, listen, I got to play. No, we don't deal with plays. We answer the phone for motherfuckers that's talking about wrong numbers and W9s. What the fuck is you talking about? Like all that good, that shit played out. All that just calling. We not kicking it. I don't go to clubs. Gil might go if they famous. I don't. What we talking about? So if you're in position and you a black boy, what we talking about? Like ain't too many people gonna try to connect something. Charlamagne one of the dudes that do it, but not too many other. Charlamagne, World Wild West, Shaq. These type dudes that Ali, but a lot of them, man, fuck out of here, man. And I don't knock them. Like I tell people, they take care of them and they team. They take care of them and them team. So their whole thing is like, damn, they doing something over there. But my man's ready to start doing that. So I'm gonna try to operate. Your man's is fucking trash. Just like putting your man ain't scored no points. You trying to put him in the game, put me on the bench, and I just scored 25 last night? We don't see it like that. That's why a lot of these rappers couldn't even bring the right people because they got their homie here. It's my man. You little boo-boo corny as shit, bro. That nigga ass. You should have went and got that nigga from Memphis that's hot that ain't got no push around. That's why Gotti win. He got a strong team. But like as black people, I don't be trying none of that shit, man. Like on some real shit. Show me the money, man. I was in fucking on the plantation for 20 years. What we talking about? Like what is we talking about? Is we gonna make some moves? Cool. I'm gonna get. Listen. I gave everybody all this free information every day on Instagram. I gave motherfuckers 1 million Jews for free. I did commercials for brands for free, clothing line stores. When I was living in my grandma's middle room, eating Chinese food store for 6 months, every night. The Chinese, listen, I went in the Chinese store one day with my young boy. He was like, damn, Chinese chick love you in here. Yeah, because I worked them platters out. And she used to see me in this bitch every night, faithfully. She knew what I want. She know my joint. 10 scallops and fried rice and a ginger ale. And I'm getting nanny to age food young. I was walking back to the crib every night. My grandma giving her joint, going upstairs in my room, closing my door like I was in a cell. While everybody was out here turning up. I knew I had to miss some summers to turn up. I'm still missing summers. Because I don't give a fuck about that. Nigga, I'm chasing 50 million right now. Next year, I'm gonna probably, we probably do like 20 next year. That's just off of ad money. That's just off of advertising. They ain't talking about guaranteed money. And then after that drop, free agents, December 26, 2022. Now we gonna talk. Now it's gonna get. Now there's NBA numbers. So my thing be like, all that other shit. Like get you down. I try to tell people, focus on like, chill later. I'm trying to be the nigga that's 50. That when I'm 50, I'm not doing nothing. All I'm doing is making phone calls for people and helping people out. Yeah, what you need. And flying around the world, getting 4 or 5 fucking massages a day. No, straight up. I'm not running 2-3 miles on some straight up, chilling shit and relaxing. I'm not gonna be the black motherfucker that worked my whole life. That shit gotta stop. We work all. I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be the dude that's gonna be relaxing. That's why I'm putting it in through these. I got 8 more years. I'm putting it in all crazy. You see what I'm saying? And I'm being humble talking about the 50 M's about 50. That's humble. Cause shit gonna change. But I'm putting the work in right now because I'm not gonna be no black motherfucker getting beat down.
With the Call Me Daddy girl got 60 million for 3 years. I said $1 million worth of game. If they don't get at least 50 million, it's something crazy.
Let me tell you something. Call her daddy. They're serious. They're one of the top podcasts in the world, numbers-wise, and they got it. This shit is all about data. Who got data? Who want to bring your data? Who want to bring your data to their platform? You see what I'm saying? And how you want to do it? You see what I'm saying? We talked to their agent. We was talking on the phone for a long time about the deal. He also did. Academics got a nice deal, but it's about It's about just position yourself. Like, all y'all got to do is keep doing what y'all do, because y'all bringing in a whole system. You got to think about it. As you go further, you got to say, okay, we got EYL. What branches? Y'all got to go in. Y'all going in as a branch. Fuck going to go. You know, when y'all want to step in, going as the whole system, where it's like, oh, they got the touring, they got this. That's how you go in. That's how you get the 150, the 110, and all right, listen, we give you this much, but we'll also pay for your business expenses and buildings and what y'all need, equipment, all that dumb shit. All that shit is just a talk. You know what I mean? I negotiated our deal about a Devon's restaurant. It took me 5 minutes. Me, Dave Portnoy, Erica Nardini, we in there talking, Dave talking, this shit, crazy white boy. Yeah. All right, this is what we need. Boom, 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 boom. No. We need this too. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. Lori cleaned all the back end up. It's a done deal. I'm talking about this shit ain't all that. And the thing that I'm telling you, the thing that when we go into all these offices that they fuck with, we the same niggas. Listen, white boys is not trying to fuck with niggas that's trying to be white boys. That's where niggas fuck up at. That's where everybody fuck up at. Everybody think, oh, we just proper, or it's clean. No. Be you, man. Because they're not connecting with you to connect to white people. Of course, the white people will cross over. They're connecting you to connect to your people. Because once you get corny, your people like, oh, this nigga weird. Because you not get, and I'm not saying it because you trying to be other than yourself. You see how many comedians getting corny and all this shit? They like, man, get the fuck out of here. What the hood say, run shit. One thing about this shit, dudes like y'all, dudes like me and Gilly, we was nominated by the bottom. See, the bottom run all this shit, but what the bottom do, they put representatives in place. They put you in place to represent them. I work for the motherfuckers that's on the corner. I work for Keisha, you see what I'm saying, that's just trying to make it with the 3 kids. I work for them because they control cool, they control the culture. Not no niggas that y'all see that's make, no. Them niggas don't control no culture. They might can make some moves, but I'm talking about who control it, who dictate who's hot and who's not, is the motherfuckers in Harlem.
That's organic.
In the corner. The motherfuckers in New Orleans and you know, in the wards and them the people that run this shit. We're just in place. And what they do is like this. If we play ourselves and we do some shit that's, they gonna remove us and they're like, oh, that motherfucker ain't representing us, they corny. And once the white folks hear that we corny, we done. It happens a million times. White kids only subscribe to what's cool. We control cool, but you know what's different? Like I tell them white boys in office when we having these big ass Zooms on, I say, listen, man, me and Gil, we control cool, but the difference between us, and I say black people control cool, but the difference between us, we're gonna own our cool. We own our shit. See, niggas don't own this shit out here. A lot of these dudes don't own that shit. We own our shit. We own $1 million worth of game. 50 me, 50 Gil. We own our shit, and that was real important to us, because he went through the burn shit. So when you going through this shit and you doing your thing, I never forget. That's why I take every picture. I'm at, you know, you might see me. You see me all type of places. But you gonna also see me in the corner hollering at boo-boo with that motherfucking hammer on him. Trying to tell him, listen, man, you know it costs too much for me. I know, OG, but I'm out here, baby. All right, we'll be out here, man. Don't be bitching when, you know baby leg gonna fuck your baby mom when you go to jail. I'm just letting you know. Don't call me down, baby leg fucking wallo. Holla, baby. No, baby leg gonna fuck the shit out. She gonna fuck the sockets out of your bitch when you go to jail, man. Damn, man, you always on some bullshit. I'm just telling you, your baby mom, you gonna wear her ass out. You gonna be calling. Your baby gonna be crying in your back. You be like, yo, who that just was talking to my son? That's baby leg. But you know it is. But it's about being connected to the people that mean it, that mean it the most, and that make this shit pop. And that's where motherfuckers fuck up. They get disconnected from. They get disconnected from what really matter in the culture of now and tomorrow. The bottom, because they the ones that's gonna watch your shit and sit there and be inspired and say, damn, you know what, Keisha with the 2 kids, she's like, damn, I could do that. She gonna be sitting there with her little notes, taking little shit, sending it to her girlfriend. Oh, we could bust this move, or we could open this shit up. Them the people that matter. White boys ain't watching this shit. They don't give a fuck about this shit. All your people is black people. I'm not saying it ain't no white people, but it's black people. And this is how I talk in front of the white people. Because it's real. I don't go there, no, you coming to us. The only reason we here because we hot. We're not in here because you're trying to...
I don't really agree with everything he's saying there, though. Cause when he says white, like, that's just like one race and that. Like, you got Indian people, Chinese people, Mexicans, Kurdistans, Turkish, what you call it, Scottish. There's, you can't just break it down to white people. You get what I'm trying to say? Them black people. You get me? Because then you got Somalians, Africans, Jamaicans, black Europeans, what you call it, black Americans and all that. So it's like, and we all don't think the same. You get me? Cool. The way you American gets down to the way us UK people get down. Similar, but we got our differences. And then obviously, if you live in the UK, then it's more broader. So you see how Somali people get down and that. And then you see how like the Africans get down. You get me? So it's like, you can't really say, break it down just like black and white. If you talk about racism, then say if you can. But when you talk about lifestyle, opening doors and what you're going through and all that, no. You can't say that still. Unless you talk about the very top. But he ain't just under the top, you get me? So when he's going into, yeah, I'm gonna own that. All black people don't own. Like, he needs to humble to a certain extent. I do rate Rado, but that one there, he needs to humble himself. Let's see what I talk about with little Dirk. I don't even like Dirk though. But he does talk logic. Sense is sense, innit, I guess. Sometimes when you avoid something because of your, I don't know, because you don't like something, sometimes you miss your blessings. So let's just listen to some logic. Because I've watched it before, same miss though. So let's spread the logic.
Keep going. Because I'm telling you, man, I can name 20, 30 niggas and my homies is dead. I'm here, though. And I'm going to say some shit that, like, this is documented. You know, I got a TED Talk. I forgave my brother's killer. And I'm saying it to say this. Nigga that killed my brother. My brother died in my grandma's arms. In that fucking house that we grew up in. Nigga shot my brother. He ran.
Yo, let me just pause that. Rest in peace to Rallo's brother, same Mace, though. Gilly's cousin and that.
I forgave my brother's killer. And I'm saying it to say this. Nigga that killed my brother. My brother died in my grandma's arms. In that fucking house that we grew up in. Nigga shot my brother. He ran to the house. He died in Nanny arms when she opened the door. So I'm telling you this some real shit, man. If I ain't let that shit go, I won't be right here today. I won't be here for my niece and my nephews. Me and Gil won't be doing this. Y'all won't know me. I won't be able to give y'all this game. But I had to leave. I had to let that shit go. And when I let that shit go, nigga, I started to grow. And I started to glow. And now I'm here today, and it was harder than a motherfucker, man. And I'm talking about this my big brother, nigga. I shared the cell with him. I shared the bed with him when we was fucking kids. This little Steve. But I can tell you one thing. Now I'm out here taking care of his daughter, paying for her to go to school, taking care of my nephew, taking care of my mama and my grandmama.
Talk to him. Sure.
Because I forgave my brother killer, but you know, I understand. I understand what y'all going through. But I love all you young niggas in here. And I mean that shit. I love you niggas, man. And I hope y'all make it out. I hope y'all make it the fuck out, man.
And he, like...
Straight up, man.
It's so crazy. Yeah, this motherfucker really dropping tears for this shit. Like, shit for real, like...
Yeah, it's deep. It's different still. You get me, call. Them things wouldn't really happen, or you wouldn't have them type of thought processes if you're not living a certain type of lifestyle. Like, it's a trap. You get me? It's called a trap for a reason, that you're trapped in. You get what I'm trying to say? So obviously, it's nothing to gloat about. You want to be out. Ain't nobody want to be stuck in no maze. You get what I'm trying to say? But I feel it for my man still. And like Dirk says, like, obviously my man's shedding real tears. You get me? And that's another one who he tried to help out, give heads up to, but he didn't want to listen. So where did he go? Prison. So much people that's been on this couch and that know. That my man got advice says, yo, be careful, be careful, be careful. Some of them are dead. You get what I say? So some of the people that Dirk's brought in, you get me? Some of them man got shot, some of them man got differently, you get me? couldn't take a warning and that, man. Where they say, so, those that don't hear shall feel. But it hits different when it's one of ours, you get me? So yeah, everybody needs to take time and, you get me? Do what you need to do, but try not to step on no toes and that, you get me?
I love being around the young niggas because, like, you don't understand. Y'all niggas got so much life. And y'all probably don't understand because y'all young. But this system and the way this structure is so scared of y'all because they saying if these niggas ever turn that light cut on in their head, we in trouble because they the most fearless motherfuckers that ever walked the planet Earth. These young black brothers in the ghetto don't fear nothing. So when you switch that shit and you do an energy transfer, oh, it's over. Y'all, nigga ever wake up, it's over, man. Watch. I'm telling you, niggas gonna wake up. It's gonna happen.
And see, for Wallo, right? He always talked to me, and he like, cuz, you just don't understand how many young niggas I used to see come through that motherfucking jail, man. Young niggas who was just full of life, just now them niggas in there facing that motherfucking homicide, and now them niggas they be done. Them niggas just all of life done left them niggas. Them niggas come from that courtroom. Them niggas done got that 111 years. Them niggas be done, cuz. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we base our whole platform around the young niggas. We don't give a fuck. You know, if we get an old nigga, it's because he a legend. And he got game to give, which has got his attention, motivation, and education. But our platform is the only platform that's based around the young.
Yeah. I was feeling that still. I was feeling that. But like everybody's going through it. Just different circumstances. So no matter what you're going through, just stand strong, you get me? And trust me, you'll get through it. The more willing you are, the better you'll get through it. And the main thing is now, don't ever give in or follow. Never follow, man. If you're gonna follow your heart. And never look at the next man's thing like, yeah, oh yeah, I like that. I want to be in that position. Because that position ain't your position. You've got your position, you get me? Everybody's here to play their position. You get me? Forget the next man's position. Our eyes, trust me, they deceive us. And if you let your eyes lead, it can deceive your brain. If you let your brain lead, you shouldn't really deceive you.
Whoa. Listen. I had my karate pants on though.
Wallo was 12 years old. He went to karate class for approximately 33 days.
No. You're not talking about the time I spent with Earl in the park.
No.
You wasn't talking about shout out to legend. I can't forget the one and only my first sensei, Karate Earl, rest in peace.
Okay, for people that don't know, Karate Earl is nothing but a old head who was in the hood, who was smoking butter and knew a little bit of karate. That's all Karate Earl was.
Listen, he walked around the neighborhood. Ain't nobody did it to Earl. I don't understand. I showed you the people. Everybody told you Earl was official. Ain't nobody never did it to Earl. People was wrapped in fish. Dude, listen, Earl took guns from people with no weapons. Like, you don't get it. Like, this dude was the real deal. This dude, they supposed to have a movie about Karate Earl. This dude was real.
Okay, so
you know what it is. Your brain is messed up. You know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. Because you're so fascinated with these boxers dudes, I'm gonna see one of these dudes on the street and I'm exposed. I'm gonna trash one of these boxers. If I catch any of them on the streets, right there, I'm doing them in right then and there. Any of these little boxer friends that you got, these dudes you keep hyping up, any of them dudes from Philly, I'm running down on.
Okay, do me a favor. Give me an example of something that you've seen Earl do that would qualify him to be a legend.
What didn't I see Earl do? I seen Earl cook a person across the street one time. He kicked him from one sidewalk to he kicked out of this dude. That's when I was convinced. You think it's a joke? That's your problem. He kicked out. I seen him kick multiple people through car windows. I seen him kick the dude through a living room. I seen him take about at least 50 guns from people. Earl the type of Dudes dropping guns and everything. I've seen dudes drop a gun. This dude was extraordinary. At least that's what I'm saying. You never witnessed no shit like this.
Okay, so when Earl used to take you to the park back in the day as a kid,
Yeah.
what did he teach you?
He taught me a lot of things. It's secret. I can't tell you the stuff. You're not in the martial arts world. That's secret.
What?
Stuff I know is secret. I
Earl.
can't.
One thing about Wallo is like you can have a story in his head now, and the man knows how to run with that in like a comedy way, blood. Mama's wild still. Mama's brain's wild.
Touch when you low.
I can't believe it.
That's because you know when you got to keep secrets.
No. The only thing, listen.
When you,
Whoa.
anytime the adults tell you, don't tell your mother.
No, whoa.
Hey, Wallace.
Now you're going a little too far. You disrespecting
Don't tell
Earl.
your mother what we did.
You're disrespecting
Don't
Earl.
tell your mother what I told you.
No. Only thing that happened when I was with Earl, the only time.
We found out Earl took you to the park and taught you the Cobra. The Cobra.
No, hold on. Let me just put this out there so you know. There was 2 rules with Earl. Nothing on my feet, nothing on my chest. Because I had to. Whoa. Listen. I had my karate pants on though.
Wait,
No. Listen. I had my karate.
But you know what? It's deep, you know. Basically, what Wallo's saying, he knew one hood guy, yeah. Obviously, hood legend back in the days and that now. That took Wallo underneath his wing and that. And obviously, he's just showing 1 or 2 things in the park and that, you get me? Obviously, is what it is. When you go to the park and that, you're learning how to like boot and that, innit? So, tutus now, what you call it? Gilly's like, because Wallo's like, nah, it's a secret, can't really put it online and that, you get me? Tutus now, and obviously Gilly's switched it around to say, wow, obviously, you know what you was doing in the park with Earl, what you call it, was coming like a fire, you get me? And then Tutus now, what you call it, obviously just gassing up, but that's deeply, you get me, that shit really does happen, you get me? Like, some people will groom you to, in a sense of make you lose your life to do like bad stuff and all that, and some people will groom you get me, like the nasty people, you get me, and they'll be doing wild stuff and that. Like it really does go, it's not even 2 ways, it can go anyway, because people are just weird out here, you get what I'm trying to say? So watch who you go into the park with, jumping in bushes and practicing certain stuff with, you get me? Because that can turn real weird, you get me? But yeah, even though they're saying that as a joke, it's got some seriousness to it.
Pants on. I have my karate pants on. Don't do that shit. Don't try to slander Earl. Don't try to put him on that.
Hold on, so Earl told you, every time you come to the park, nothing on your feet, nothing on your chest.
He didn't say it quite like that, but he said a true warrior. He said a true warrior.
A true warrior doesn't wear draws.
No. See, now you trying to say. He told me.
Earl
This
sound
what
like
he told me.
old
No, he told me. No, he didn't. He said
True sensei doesn't wear draws. You should wear
a true. No. This is what he said. A true warrior could battle in the raw. He didn't say you had to be naked, but you couldn't have no real shields of defense.
Wait.
No, listen, man. You gotta understand the arts.
Because I'm trying to figure out if Earl was treating you karate. You can tell when you come see me, don't have anything on your feet or on your chest.
Yo, Gil is wild. Don't want to see no full one. Just little breakdowns.
Because there was this one old head named Shoes. They said they thought he had cancer, but he wound up having AIDS. And that was my OG. I used to push him around the yard. I seen him the night before he died, because I didn't even know he was. But he grabbed my arm, and I was talking to him because he used to be laughing and all this. smoking a cigarette in his bed. He said, do me a favor, man. He said, when you get out of jail, live. He said, I never lived my life. I lived for everybody in the hood. I ain't never go nowhere. I ain't never do nothing. I never live. He said, just go out there and live, man, when you get out. Don't come back. He said, I lived my whole life in the ghetto. I went to ghetto jail. He said, I kept going back down the way. He said, the world is bigger than down the way. The world is bigger than your neighborhood. And he said, and I used to be like,
You know one thing, I don't really get into like my lifestyle really. I kind of like listen to like videos and like what you call it kind of like brush around how I get it, you get it, but I don't go too deep into like what I've ever been through and that. But one thing I would say, I do plan to, you get me, but yo, it is what it is, what you call it. One thing obviously I will say though, of what my man's saying now, is live, you get me. One time when I was young now and I was locked up, what you call it, like I was in pen and that, innit? And then obviously man was bare rude and that. So like one woman had to come into the prison and that and like speak to me on a one-on-one. And then like she was cool still, you get me? But it's like, my point is, she gave me one little red book and she told me to write my feelings down on there. And I wouldn't do it, Eddie. And she would keep saying, oh, when you come back, when I come to see you next time, make sure you bring your red book and that. And then what is it? I'll go back and that, and I wouldn't have my my book, or I have my book on me, but I never written nothing. But then she would say to me like, like what I should write in there, you get me? And I tried to at times. So basically like, so I got to a stage, I was like, she was like, why did you write in there? So I'm like, I tried to, but I just can't write. Like I go to write my feelings in there, and then I don't know how to explain it, you get me? And then she was like, it's anything, you get me? You can start off saying, how do you feel? Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? And then you answer why. So if you really feel happy, why do you feel happy? Why do you feel sad? You get what I'm trying to say? And then, yeah, you can get into activities. You get what I'm trying to say? Then how did you feel when doing the activity? So obviously, like, if it was like something like now, you wake up, go for a wash. How did I feel when I wake up? How did I feel when I had that wash? How did I feel when I, what's it called? When I came out of, when I was having the wash and when I finished having it, you get it? And then obviously other things that I do through the day. Don't be too nosy now. But yeah, basically, and then it's more to how I was living and was I appreciating what I was doing to how I was living. So going into what while I was saying, you get me? It's like, yo, when you get out of prison, don't forget to live. You get me? And it's like, yeah. Even at the end of my stream and that, no. If I don't want to take anything away. Like, ask yourself, you get me? Like, why you go and sleep and that? Like, what's living? You get what I'm trying to say? What do you see out of life? What you call it? Yeah. Basically. It's deep one still. It's deep.
I was like, damn, man. He just said, man, just please, man, just go see things. Go feel.
Sorry, not just think about living and that, you get me? Create goals as well at the end of it. That's gonna put a meaning of your life, you get me, and what you're doing. So you're living, you actually are living, you get me? So day to day, you're happy for whatever you're doing and that, you get me?
Things, just be free.
It's real.
And I come back the next day, and when I came back the next day, he was gone. You know, because there was this one old head named.
That's deep. I like that one still.
And I gotta say this, because some of y'all in this room.
Yeah, we done that one already.
On the question of whether I would rather be loved or feared, when I think about that question, I have to say it depends on what point in my life I was at. When I was in the street robbing niggas, I didn't want to be loved. I wanted to be.
Nah, I hear what you're saying. But it was always love, man. It was always love. I guarantee you, I ain't seeing this though, but he's gonna go into something to explain of how he wanted fear, this, that. By the end of it, that fear that he was giving, that he wanted to give, he wanted to get respect out of that. You get me? To the side of that respect, he wanted to feel the love. You get me? Always comes down to love. You get what I'm trying to say? Like what Wiley was saying at the start of my stream and that. No, you get me? We need to do better to love each other. Shouldn't really corner it into races and that. Everybody needs to love everybody. You get what I'm trying to say? But I love yours and that. You get me? Don't be nosy. Let people do them. You get what I'm trying to say? And then anybody around you, love, you get me? Make sure you're telling your mom, your brothers, your sisters, you love them and that. It's wild out here. People be saying, yeah, love. It's like their friends and that, and strangers and that shit. Man don't even know you, blood. You get me? You go to your mum and that, you can't even hug and kiss her on the cheek and say you love her. And it's all weird feelings and all that. Oh, I just never grew up like that. Weird people. You know what I'm trying to say? You need to learn to love each other, bro. For real.
Feared. I wanted them niggas to know when I walk up, like I said in the song, by the time I was 18, I walk up on the corner and none of them niggas stayed long. And I ain't lying, kid. I had that iron sig and my heart fucking bigger than a lion's is. I wanted niggas to, when you walk up, you wanted niggas to get the, oh shit, here come them niggas.
Oh, where the fuck was I at? You walked up the corners and niggas stayed there and talked to us. Ain't nobody.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Ain't nobody fucking leave.
Let me tell you something.
Who the fuck left?
All right.
Everybody, hey, Wallo, what's up? Yeah, what's going on? Where the fuck was I at, in jail? When you walked up on the corner, ain't nobody stay long. Everybody was sitting there, motherfuckers, they pass you the 40, pass you the little motherfucker.
Omar. Omar coming, yo. Omar coming, yo. Omar coming. Come on. Get out of here, yo.
I don't know what that's about. I get it. He's saying he wanted to be like Omar. Omar was the biggest snitch in the ends, blood. What you talking about? It makes sense, though. It makes sense.
Hello, how many you did, though?
I did 20.
Word.
You know what? Yeah, I did 20.
This ain't funny, but you see that nigga, that nigga said, what? Yeah, that nigga was locked up your whole life. How many you did, though?
I did 20.
What?
Mad thing, bro. 20 years is a long time, still. It's a long time, man. Whoever old you are, no. Put 20 years on it. And then picture, bam. Yeah. That's your release date. Let's go into some more videos. No disrespecting videos. Logic. Man's gonna give us Logic the rapper, you know. Hey, yeah, I mean. Oh, 50 cents.
The biggest mistake any nigga ever make is getting too comfortable, kicking their feet up, taking that motherfucking victory lap. Cause you ain't never safe. Somebody always out there, watching. And by the time you see him, it's already too late. I think the things you go through make you who you are. Mm-hmm. And in my journey, like, there's certain things that I'm not really, I don't even...
Yo, if I could stop that, yo, that's deep. Oh, you know how deep that is? Like, no matter what you're doing, there's somebody out there always watching. Obviously not in your personal space, but you see in public, It's facts, you know. You get me? You know, if you're walking down the road, I don't know, say you got a little itch and that, and you want it to itch, and you think, yeah, I'm going to itch this, and hopefully no one sees. You get me? I guarantee you someone seeing. If it ain't someone that's looking out their window, it's somebody across the road or somebody driving past. You get me? Somebody always sees. You get me? And so it's like, trust me, you got to be careful out here. And nowadays you got CCTV, and the technology on these CCTVs are great. So it's like, yo, yeah, someone's always sees.
Victory lap. Because you ain't never safe. Somebody always out there, watching. And by the time you see him, it's already too late. I think the things you go through make you who you are. And in my journey, like, there's certain things that I'm not really, I don't even let it into my system like that. I think depression is a luxury.
Wow.
Because where I'm from, you can't afford to be depressed. You got to pay the bill, right?
Right.
So you gotta go to work. You gotta get up. You gotta go do what you gotta do. They got people right now that's at work that don't feel like being there, but they got responsibilities, so they
Yes,
go.
sir.
They feel uncomfortable while they're working, while they doing what they gotta do. Like, when these guys get in a slump and they just decide that they're not gonna do anything, I'm like, where they do that at?
Right.
Even when you're on the street, you got a pack. You just decide not to come outside.
Yeah.
They're gonna beat you up. You're gonna beat to death. Wait till you come out. Now, all of the situations, if you don't have fear, then you're just not acknowledging danger.
Word.
At that point.
I learned that
But
in the
when
50th law.
Nah, yeah, but you just not, you stupid then. You're not scared of nothing. So
Word.
you watch that guy that just has zero fear and say, yeah, we can get him. He tough. We're going to have a hard time chewing on him, but we're going to get him. We get him. Like, other than that, you just got to pay attention to your surroundings and things that's going on. Like, and you say, never saying the toughest guy, Solomon. I'm going to do what I want to do. And then if I die in the process, I was doing what I wanted to do. Even the themes. Look, it's power of the dollar.
Yep.
I get hit, I come back. Get rich or die trying.
Yeah.
Right? And the process, because that's already what I'm feeling like I'm going to do. I'm in the process. It's the greatest thing is to watch me, because either I'm going to get rich or I'm going to die in the process. And this is what I'm going to call a record. I think the only thing that separates people is passion. Right? And having the ability to focus on something, or to work on it, will allow you to work hard enough to be good enough at it. That's the Kobe Bryant run. He out and worked those people. He a lot of people in the league form according to their paycheck. So they're like, I ain't getting that money, let them do it.
Kobe was there every day.
Yeah, and that's what separates him and makes him special to us in a different way, even after he's gone.
Losing's not an option, then you got to do everything possible to win. And I don't understand how they become complacent and feel like, oh, it's okay. You get people that deal with things by not actually dealing with them. And it was a time that I actually didn't have anything, because the things that I acquired when I was hustling, they kind of went away. I had to get rid of it in order to have enough to stay afloat. And things don't happen when you want them to happen all the time. It happens when it's supposed to happen. When God has a plan for you to actually be successful, it'll happen for you. So you got to be when you want them to happen. Get rid of it in order to have enough to stay afloat.
That's deep. My man goes, things don't happen when you want it to happen. It happens when it needs to happen. That's real still. You got me? Deep still.
And things don't happen when you want them to happen all the time. It happens when it's supposed to happen. When God has a plan for you to actually be successful, it'll happen for you. So you got to be persistent, consistent, working. I didn't have a plan B. I said it absolutely has to work. So I stayed focused and I made it happen. People are really loyal to their comfort.
Basically, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how hard your grind is or your struggle is, like, your vision, like, stick to your vision. You got me? Like, you're gonna get it one day. You know what I'm trying to say? And then obviously, even if you don't get it to enjoy it yourself, you can get it to pass down to your people. You get me? And if it's real what everybody's saying, like, yeah, I want to make it out because I want to get my people out, rare. Like, it don't matter if you don't get. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's why I don't believe what half of people say, you get me? Because they've got their greed in it. So they want to make it because they want to make it. They don't want their family to come out. Even certain celebrities, you see certain celebrities out there, you get me, like, I don't know, I'll give you 5 celebrities. Think of 5 celebrities. The first 5 celebrities that come into your mind, write it down, their names down, and then type in where their family lives. Certain of their family still live in the hood. You get me? It is what it is.
When they are forced to actually sustain things that they have on their own, they can get upset with whoever appears to have everything, no problem. Whoever's doing it easy in their mind, because like I've been working to consistently keep it like that. I've been on the Forbes list 5 years in a row while I haven't released the album in 5 years, and I haven't released the record. Like while doing everything else, the part that they feel like isn't working, because they like when they're not actually making music and we're not really grinding on that level. See, I'm not in the street, but I'm close enough to the street to know exactly what's going on. Call me the fire hydrant. I won't be moved. You see what I'm saying? I'll be a part of our culture for a long period of time, because you still won't be able to find someone that has a period of time. It's a 10-year block. There's nothing.
I feel that's me. A lot of people say 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You get me? But that actually means that you're dealing with certain things, you get me? And me personally, I don't deal with certain little street things and that. But obviously, like 50 Cent says, I don't think I'm in the street. But obviously, I still got my ears in the street, you get me? So obviously, I know. Like, I know certain things. I don't know everything, obviously. But obviously, yeah. I just plan to be the better me. Work, start everybody's way. You get me? Whoever want to go out there and do their thing, you go do your thing, and just leave me out of that. What you call it. If it's positive, yeah, let me know. If it's growth, let me know. Bad things, evil things, and them kind of things there, I'm not interested. Even got to change my music playlist and that, because I find myself listening to like tunes that I probably shouldn't be listening to and that. But yeah, growth goes a long way, you get me? From starting how I feel, to how I want to speak to a person, treat a person, to even what I allow to come into my ears too, and my vision, you get me? So that's the certain places that I put myself into, you get me? If I know there's going to be an argument, or I know there's certain type of people there, like I don't want to come around you get me? Like I don't want to see an argument for a whole year. 2025, no arguments. You know what I'm trying to say? Because the less I hear of arguments and bad words, the less it makes me want to repeat that. You know what I'm trying to say? And I want to see pure good, positive, because that's what I want to repeat.
Didn't happen in hip hop, but that whole 10 years is
and those eras aren't normally decades, man. They're normally a few years.
A couple months for a lot of didn't have a major record company marketing and promote my project till 2003. Right. You know, so for that time period, I had to run on my own energy. You know, I had to convince myself that I'm gonna make it. You know, regardless of how people felt at that time. And what it does is it makes you feel like, well, it made me feel like there's gonna be points that people are gonna mistake my confidence for arrogance, because they don't understand the process I went through. And how much I had to believe in myself in order to make these things happen. I feel like you can will yourself into a good space. Things that are meant to happen will. And if you believe in yourself enough, you can help yourself learn. You can inspire yourself in different ways where you can actually discipline yourself, to the point that you can become good enough. Like from 97, like when I started writing, it was full time. Like every day I was writing music because I had no choice. If I was gonna stop hustling, then how was I gonna provide or continue the lifestyle that I created for my son's mom, my son, and myself?
You can't have any success without jealousy, without envy, or entitlement. Right? And entitlement being the scary part because it's growing in someone you love. It's hard for you to see those things, the change in them. There's a level if they push me to a certain point, I'll mess up in front of
That's deep. That's deep. Mum was like, he's earning so much money, 800 and that, no. And that covered him for his little lifestyle and that, pays rent, this, that. And then obviously he went in and got it in. So on the time he's going in to get it in and that, no. Mum is looking at his bank and it went from hundreds to millions. You get what I'm trying to say? And then Tutu's now, yeah, he was just on a work stretch then. He was like, yo, work. And anything that he was about was work. And he goes, yo, if anyone come around him and was saying, yeah, I need to go rest and that. It was like, yo, you're a threat. So basically, it's like the second you go rest, your money rests too, you get me? Your money don't start earning until you're working, you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, yo, at the time you can get in anything, the younger you are, put in your work, basically. You get what I'm trying to say? Until you're disabled to do certain things, do it. You get what I'm trying to say? What you call it, and then get it in and enjoy your life and that. Too much man there are trying to get it in and enjoy it, get it in, enjoy it. And you're basically, that's what a square is. You get me? Or a circle, because you're just in one, you're in the same position. You're not leveling up, innit? You get what I'm trying to say? But the whole point to level up now, you need to learn to chill. Put it down. And then bam, you get me? Work. And don't be lazy. You get me? And what do you call it? Grab onto something. Like, what's that word? Like, have a goal that you grab onto. You get me? And you just work at it. Work non-stop.
Goodbye. I got the capability to just go there because it's just the way I'm brought up. Like, I never, ever, I never ran from anything because I had nobody to go to. I've always had that, where I'm going. Home to get me. Ain't nobody there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've always been in a situation where I'm forced to deal with it myself, so.
I associated everything good with my mom. And when she went away, all the nice things went away. So I would see, a guy, the nice cars, clothes, jewelry, and different things, and they would appear to have everything from my perspective at that point. And it kind of led me into the same lifestyle that she was actually in. And I started hustling too, because they'd ask, like, what's the matter with your shoes? And not realize that there's no one there to buy those shoes anymore. They buy your shoes the first time, and then when they get tired of feeding you fish, because after we eat the fish, we hungry again. They give you a pole.
Ain't no school for this shit. You gotta be smart enough to pick up the information as you go. I was crazy enough to believe what the I was saying gonna happen was gonna happen. And that's why I was persistent enough and consistent enough to exist now. My grandfather told me, you don't get as far as the you talk to for no reason. You'll be successful as the that you talk to for no reason. What I mean is, if you spending your day talking to a nigga and got nothing going on, what the kind of information can he offer you? Can he help you learn something? Can he teach you something in the conversation?
As I grow older, the one thing that becomes clearer to me each and every day is that I don't owe anyone a thing, and neither do you. I've seen a lot of people pollute their potential after sipping from the well of entitlement. This is certainly true of many of the people I've been associated with over the years, even my own son. What they need to understand is that you should never feel like the world owes you anything. It doesn't. You must accept that it's all on you. That might seem like a very cynical way to view the world, but I would argue that it's actually liberating. You can only feel betrayal when you feel like you're owed something from someone. You can only feel resentment when you had expectations for assistance. When you accept that it's all on you, only then can you finally be free to focus 100% on being the best version of yourself.
Facts. It's all I knew, bro. Because when you fail, and you're 6 feet under, there's no more for you, you get me? But life goes on. That's like me. I got my dad and that. Obviously I got my kids and all that. But I live with my dog and that, what you call it, and it's like, yeah, if I die, my dog needs someone to feed her. You get me? Life goes on, bro. Obviously, she's gonna miss me a bit and that, no. But if she just lives on missing me, you get me? It's peak for her. You get what I'm trying to say? And same with me, you get me? Like, life goes on. You just gotta bury that person. And it goes on. Obviously, you miss them and that. So, yeah, man, be careful, like, where you go, all this money that you're trying to earn, like, what you're trying to do, be a millionaire. You get me? Or you're hurting a person for what? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, what are you getting out of it? Like, be careful how you treat people, man. Or even how you sell people out to gain what you need to gain. You get what I'm trying to say?
When you work for others, you are at their mercy. They own your work. They own you. Your creative spirit is squashed. What keeps you in such positions is a fear of having to sink or swim on your own. Instead, you should have a greater fear of what will happen to you if you remain dependent on others for power. Your goal in every maneuver in life must be ownership. Work in the corner for yourself. When it's yours to lose. You're more motivated, more creative, more alive. The ultimate power in life is to be completely self-reliant, completely yourself. The most expensive thing we spend is time. Because we can't get it back. Before I had money, when I'm poor, when I'm in the middle, when I'm rich, but regardless, I've been on each one of those portions of the journey. Right. I had fun. When we didn't have no money, we had fun. It was fun.
It shifted. It's either when you get hurt that bad, either your fear consumes you or you become a bit insensitive.
You know, one question that I ask myself, if I was rich, like I never had to do nothing, I never had to work again, I never really had to do nothing, you get me, just enjoy life and that. Like, what I really don't know what I would do. You get me? Like, I don't know. If we could switch it around, say if you was rich, say if you got the car that you always wanted, you got the house that you always wanted, you even probably got the girl that you always wanted and that, what you call it, and then you've been on holidays, what you call it, that you always wanted to take and that, like everything that you wanted to do, you're done, like because you're 5 years into being rich and that. And what now? Because it's all going to get boring. You get what I'm trying to say? So, like, I don't know, it's like basically, it's like your hustle is also making you alive. Even though you're sitting there a lot of days saying, yo, I don't want to go for this struggle no more. I don't want to hustle this no more. Rah, this, that. But it's actually making you, it's molding you. You get what I'm trying to say? And it's like, yeah, we should look at it more like, even though it's hard and that, but I can't explain it, like, be grateful of lessons that we're going to learn through it, if anything, or we should be coming out of it better people, you know what I'm trying to say, then to look at it says, oh, I don't want to go through this is daunting, rah, like, you know what you got to do to get out of it, so we work on getting out of it, and then when you're out of it, bam, never get back there, you get what I'm trying to say, and then growth, you get me? Like, without a sad day, how do you know you're happy? If you're always happy, like you're always happy, how you know you're happy? You get what I'm trying to say? And if you ain't ever been happy, how you know you're sad? And I think about that sometimes, you know. So sometimes when you're sitting there and you're really thinking, like you really feel sad, that is only a measurement of how happy you have been. You get what I'm trying to say? So just be grateful that you have been that happy to feel that sad, if that makes sense.
And you start to approach the problem instead of running from it.
You know my grandfather told me? You don't get as far as the motherfucker you talk to for no reason. You'll be successful as the motherfucker you talk to for no reason. What I mean is, if you spending your day talking to a nigga that ain't got nothing going on, what the kind of information can he offer you? Can he help you learn something? Can he teach you something in the conversation?
When losing's not an option, then you got to do everything possible to win. Like, and I don't understand how they become complacent and feel like, oh, it's okay. You know, you get people that deal with things by not actually dealing with them.
You ever seen a rich one start the fight? When doing well off, don't start the fight.
He did. He having a good time. His partner, they got battles.
Right? And then you start the
Yeah, and that's as well. We should stop saying people don't care for us, this, that. Because people do care. You get me? Everyone's just stuck in their circumstances. You get what I'm trying to say? And, yeah. A lot of times, came to your house, you get what I'm saying, and you're low. Your pride is so high, you wouldn't say rare. So you'll just sit there eating meat, and I go home eating rice, you get me? Out of pride and them things and that, you get me? And so it's like, truthfully, it's the pride that we all hold that makes us all feel alone and nobody has got us and that. But it's not that. People are just closed, you get me? And it kind of goes to the love and that, you get me? We just need to love better. And then when we see that, we know we can open up more. Then when we know we can open up more, a lot of things that happen won't happen.
That I'm gonna make it, regardless of how people felt at that time. And what it does is it makes you feel like, or it made me feel like, there's gonna be points that people are gonna mistake my confidence for arrogance. They don't understand the process of it and how much I had to believe in myself in order to make these things happen.
I never ran from anything because I didn't have nobody to go to. I've always had that, where I'm going. Home to get me. Ain't nobody there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've always been in a situation where I'm forced to deal with it myself. So the most expensive thing we spend is time. Because we can't get it back. Before I had money, when I'm poor, when I'm in the middle, when I'm rich, regardless, I've been on each one of those portions of the journey. I had fun. At each place, when we didn't have no money, we had fun. It was fun.
almost 90% of the time I'm communicating with people who've achieved a higher level of education than me. Right? They're college graduates. If the information that you needed in the business classes if everything you needed was in the book, then the teacher would be too successful to teach the class. Find something to fall in love with, something to be passionate about, right? And then because you enjoy it so much, you'll be able to do it so much that you become so good that everybody's gonna love and appreciate you. I think depression is a luxury. Because where I'm from, you can't afford to be depressed. You gotta pay the bill, right? So you gotta go to work. You gotta get up, you gotta go do what you gotta do. They got people right now that's at work don't feel like being there. But they got responsibilities, so they they feel.
I don't believe in that word. I do believe in the word, but I don't believe it in the way society spreads it. Like to say, that person's depressed, or that person's got anxiety. You know what I'm trying to say? To the point of you need to be medicated for it. The feeling depression, yes, it does exist. The feeling of feeling anxious does exist. You get what I'm trying to say? I feel people don't deal with their problems, and anything not dealt with is only gonna stay surfaced. You get what I'm trying to say? And so therefore, if For instance, I don't know, just say low because I haven't paid my my rent and all them things and that. No, it's like say the second I pay it, I'm not gonna feel bad. I'm gonna feel relief. You get what I'm trying to say? But if I don't pay it, I'm not gonna get that relief, am I? You get what I'm trying to say? And then if I carry it on, so the next month goes past and don't pay it again, and next month goes past and don't pay it again, it's just the first problem created a second problem, to create a third problem, to create a fourth problem, and I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm depressed, I don't know what to do to get out of it. Fam, pay your bills, deal with your problem, you get me? And then once that problem's out, I'm not trying to say it's easy, but you gotta do whatever you gotta do, you get what I'm trying to say? Because only you put yourself in that situation at the same time, even if you never understand something, because there's a point of you could have reached out to get help or ask for advice, but let me not go too into that. So then, yeah, if you deal with your problems, you get out of that. If you got problems on the street, oh, I got beef on local, rare, start making trouble, then it. Try loving, try being nice. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, change it. You get me? And if you feel yourself, oh, I'm angry, I'm always angry. Try not to be angry. Try to be a nice person. Try not to be horrible. You get what I'm trying to say? And then the depressed feeling won't be there. You get me? People live a depressed life saying, oh, they're depressed. It's because it's your lifestyle. You have to change it. You have to see it, recognize it, find a plan, and then obviously deal with it. You get what I'm trying to say? And the same with anxiety. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like being on a ride. If you're on the ride going 100 miles per hour and that now, bam, you're going to feel like the G-force, anxious and all them things and that. You get what I'm trying to say? The second you deal with it, you deal with your anxiety. The same with depression. I feel they're both the same, you get me? So I don't believe in depression as people say about it, or anxiety. You get what I'm trying to say? I do feel people have it, but I do feel we don't deal with their problems. And when you're not dealing with your problems, it's only going to make them feel in surface. You get what I'm trying to say? And it's not going to diminish. It's only going to be there. And it's only going to go once the problem's dealt with. And it could come from a loss of life or things like that. Some people lose people and they don't have to cope with it. And then they feel sad and depressed and that. You get what I'm trying to say? That one day I don't know, to be honest. You get me? You have to find your peace. You get me? Probably start praying and that. Oh, no life and that. You get me? Sometimes it's a thing of a person's done someone wrong and then they was able to say sorry. You get what I'm trying to say? Or mend it, and now they feel bad. Not in a bad way. Stop doing people wrong, get it? Like, it's we do it to ourselves, you get me? And only us can get us out of that. You get me? Ain't no medication can get you off that. You get me? It's not gonna work, you get me? You have to make peace.
While they're working, while they're doing what they gotta do. I grew older. The one thing that becomes clearer to me each and every day is that I don't owe anyone a thing, and neither do you. I've seen a lot of people pollute their potential after sipping from the well of entitlement. This is certainly true of many of the people I've been associated with over the years, even my own son. What they need to understand, I would argue that it's actually the...
You've seen that one already. I was going to say that the first time he says it, but I'd made it go past. But when he says it again, I thought, nah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to talk my talk.
Get rich or die trying.
Things they're doing is a little different. Like the little homies.
And that same entitlement, I agree with it. You get me? Some people are entitled, yeah. But there is some things that you are allowed to be entitled with. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, if you own something and you want that to go a certain way, you're entitled to say how you want that to go. And if no one can't respect that, they should move around. You know what I'm trying to say? So that entitled, it is deep still. You get me? Some people just throw that around. You get me? Yeah. But it's, yeah. I think some people need to read a dictionary when there's see when these new words come around, entitledness, this, that, this, like read the deep meanings. Fam.
When you ain't got no bodies.
I think the only thing that separates people is passion. And having the ability to focus on...
Yeah. Because you gotta be entitled, man. Not in everything, not with people, but with your life. Yeah. If you're not entitled to where you're going, how you gonna have the strength to even reach there if you don't believe in it? Because the belief in it, like you want it, you know, that hunger.
Never allow my fear to limit me. I'll figure out how to get past it. I think the thing that you should be afraid of most would probably be being alone, right? And I've been on my own since I can remember. So I got past that point, you know, as a child. So everything else that came was smaller than the loss of my mom. Never, ever. I never ran from anything because I didn't have nobody to go to. I've always had that, where I'm going. Home to get me. Ain't nobody there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've always been in a situation where I'm forced to deal with it myself, so.
Look at this. The rougher side of their experience, we think we got it hard. Here, it's not hard here. You don't see how people fight to come across the border? They want to be here, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you go and look.
Saz. Yeah, I'm still in the hood. So yeah, I had to listen now. It's like 2 o'clock here where I am now.
When you get into those other territories, when their lower level, their poverty is more extreme than ours. You see what I'm saying? And we got some people that have just decided not to try. They're more comfortable in a tent with nothing on their schedule every day. Some of them make the decision to just get the tent and feel no pressure to make it or no pressure to do anything. You know what I mean? And that's just I can't comprehend the thinking. Like, you know, my thought process. I was signed to Jam Master Jay at JMJ Records. I was there for like 2 years.
And I didn't really see myself going any further from, like, in that situation. So I pursued the track masters, Columbia. And I got involved through Corey Rooney. Like, he's from around my way. He introduced me to him. He made that happen. And now I signed with the track masters. I went up to, like, Bearsville, Woodstock, New York. And, like, I was there for, like, 18 days. I recorded, like, 36 songs.
They look at you and say, damn, boy, you're young. Why your clothes look so old? I'm like, oh, man, why you gotta say that? Right? It's just, they would say stuff to me and then they look out for me, but in a different way. Like, they give me, hey, you know what that is? Know what to do with it? So, all right, anybody bother you, tell them I get it to you. And there's guys that were big enough in the neighborhood for them not to whoop me for selling it. You know, so it kind of got me started early. I was, like, hustling since I was, like, 12.
Once you accept that fundamental truth and accept that you control your journey, so many doors that seem closed are going to open up in front of you. Growing up, reading was often seen as an assignment that must be endured, instead of a tool that can help improve your life. Because of that mentality, no matter how many secrets I share in this book about happiness, business, and improving your life, there are a lot of folks in the hood who still won't ever find them. They simply don't sit down and read books. They might walk past a book like this 1,000 times until it's covered in dust before they even think of cracking it open. It's not entirely their fault either. A lot of books aren't written in a language that feels accessible to everyone. Personally, I didn't get into reading until I found writers like Donald Goines and Iceberg Slim, who wrote in a voice that felt familiar to me. Their style made me comfortable. And once I had that, it gave me the confidence to start exploring authors who didn't come from the same background as me. Writers like Don Miguel Ruiz, Paulo Coelho, and one who's even become a close friend and collaborator, Robert Greene.
Literally. Yeah. But a person that you see as a business person and is extremely determined to make things happen, say they're going to get rich or die trying, you say, whoa, they're serious. They're going to really do it.
Got you.
You see what I mean? And I don't see a limit. Like, I don't see a limit to how far I can actually go. And greed, I think, is something you might be able to point at someone who wants, that doesn't actually want to work for it. I believe depression is a luxury. Tough situations, like, still look at it like I got to get up and do it.
Like, what do you think you're worth? And after worth, yeah, what are you willing to do to get what you're worth? You get me? How much work are you willing to put in? But yeah, man, I'm gonna run out, take my dog for a walk. But I probably won't come live till tomorrow now still. But shout out everybody that jumped in the live today still. What do you call it? Yeah. Gonna get off now. Walk my little Luna. Come back. And have some downtime. I've been on live all day today. So we had some Warzone in the morning. Ended up with some GTRP. And then yeah, some Logic. But yeah, you know what, let me give one more video. End with a bang.
I've somehow ended up under circumstances where I've been up against the toughest things in the environment that I come out of before any success takes place. And
don't get me wrong, like me personally, even if no one came back to watch my videos and that, like I always go back to watch it because I like my content, you get me? Like yeah, it makes sense to me anyway. So it's like, I thought, let me just throw this on there and that. Cause when I come back and watch it now, sometimes I need to hear some positive stuff myself, you get me? So yeah.
I've somehow ended up under circumstances where I've been up against the toughest things in the environment that I come out of before any success takes place. And I always say if there was someone to run and go get, I would have ran and got them, but I have to run get me. I have to come back myself every time. It just makes me not look at what would be the bigger situations in front of me, the harder circumstances don't seem so rough to me no more, because I've already been up against the toughest things, the biggest obstacles. Like if you I think take this for granted, right? If for example, if you almost 90% of the time I'm communicating with people who've achieved a higher level of education than me, right? They're college graduates, things like that, and what I hold on to is they wouldn't have made it under the circumstances that I came up under. And you know, if the information that you needed in the business classes were in the book, if everything you needed was in the book, then the teacher would be too successful to teach the class. The students don't usually go off to be the head of the field that they're studying. If you look at it, a lot of the C students and people that not just return the information long enough to pass midterms, but internalize some of the information and behaviors, they turn out to be more successful than those people who easily pass the class. Some people get in regimen, they get trained, they get comfortable with school, and they can just do school well. You know what I mean? And then when you put them in the real world, that's not school. And I go straight to the source. I'm talking to who I need to speak to, nobody in between or in front of him. If you're trying to, I don't follow the chain of command. I go straight to the...
Yo, the real world is a simulator of school. You get me? Kind of what I was saying earlier, like, you shouldn't really look at things to say, oh, this ain't the same as this. You'll rarely see the same. You get me? Rarely. But you'll see similar a lot. You get me? But just appreciate that for what that is. You get me? And don't compare it to nothing else. If you live in the world of what we do, you have to compare it to a certain point. You get me? But have that, use it as strength. You get me? Not to knock something so it belittles you, so you don't get certain things. You get me? That don't make no sense, man. But yeah, the school has its part, and obviously road have its part. You get what I'm trying to say? But school is important, because if we never had school, half of the teachers that we learnt of our basics, we wouldn't even really know. You get me? And that's certain words, certain, what you call it, spelling, maths and all that. Because obviously I'm a dad, I've got kids and that, and I ain't no bum. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I rather teach my kids. You get what I'm trying to say? But I've had my kids go to school, come back, and I'm like, rah, I can see he's getting smarter. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm like, easy, I like the way you did that there still. And then we just jump off it a bit. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, yeah, I know a lot of people like knocking school and that. You know what I'm trying to say? But truthfully, you gotta keep it real. You get me? School kept us afloat.
Source of what I'd like to happen, you know what I mean? Because people in between would like to get you to take less to do it to impress the people at the top. You know, I get focused, right? And then anyone who's extremely focused is considered, could be considered ruthless at points. Because if they get in the way while I'm trying to do what I'm doing, I just knock them out the way. I feel like you're a bully, but it's really me channeling on what I'm trying to do at the time. Well, the most ruthless people that you run into are going to be people that are just focused and not necessarily taking your life into consideration while they're taking theirs. There's more ruthless people in the business world than in the street. Like, they just have subtleties to their tactics. How they do things is more
suit and tie.
Yeah, it's not confrontational. It's just they're doing it right in front of you. You know, how they're structuring the actual deal and things that they're doing. It's like just taking the money for you. Look, robbery, at least it will give you the courtesy of showing you the gun, so you can have those anxieties and feel those feelings that you would feel when you're being robbed. They'll do it on a piece of paper where you feel nothing and just rob you right there. You see what I'm saying? It's the same tactics with a different approach. And a lot of them, the people that do this comfortably, like handing the contract, the thing that they're not conditioned for is direct conflict. And that the circumstances I grew under, I absolutely have to be prepared for it. Like the fighters, they
Facts. I couldn't even say too much on that. It's just straight facts. What you call it? The whole world's dirty. You get me? Yeah. Work. The robbing you. Behind your back and that, you actually say, doing a whole load of things. Well, you're doing a whole load of things, and a whole lot of people are benefiting from it. And then, yeah, with the streets now, at least they've got the courtesy, you get me, to tell you straight, you get me, shut up, we don't write, I'm not trying to rate it, I'm not trying to say it's good and that, but it's the same mode, man, you get me. So if you like the streets and that, trust me, you're gonna like work, you get me, it's the same, man, it's the same pagans. But it's legal money, police won't come for you. And nobody will come for you. You got me? You just gotta watch your back in a way. Chest on it.
They look good after they have 8 weeks of training and they focus their mind for 8 weeks straight. You got 8 seconds in the street. You got 8 seconds to adjust and do what you gotta do. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be, we can go home and think about the fight before you run into the person. I don't know, like a lot of it, each thing that you put up against, right, is how you adjust to things. Because you're going to have peaks and valleys, or have things change in your career at a point, and you feel like, is it at a high or is it at a low? Can't even, because the money is still coming in. You don't feel like there's a change in finances. Stuff like, but you'll see things that you go, wait, I don't understand why they're doing this. Even now, in film and television. I'll look around and go, wait, what is this? Like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, why'd they pick this up? If I don't understand what's going on, then I'm not sure I'm as good as I think I am. Right? If you confuse that how the operation is working, then you don't know. If everything I pick is working, I feel great about that. But you go, what is all the other stuff that they're picking? I want to be a better version of me. Like, to not have the restraints that I had. And when you come up without finances, it seems like the biggest restraint. And it makes you make that financial or money focus. And I'm feeling like that's the answer. But there'll always be new confusion or new situations that show up. And I lost money. You don't see my losses. Like, it happens. You actually go, because, look, I don't usually see people excited leaving the tables in Vegas if they didn't put chips on the table. And when you see you go up, they'd like to see you come down. It's the artist community that does this. It's your fellow artists that does this to you. Because they look and they go, if you go up and you stay up, then I'm going to have my shot. You can't change publicly how people perceive you. At points, you see the harshest things ever. You think the timing will just be, you just be in an emotional state where you can't really, or not, you're not tough at the moment.
So it's like, basically, your boss, even though the company goes, yes, you can grow in this company, you can do all this, you can do all that, you can head high heights and that, rare. But to be real, he don't want you to do that still. He always wants to be your boss. You get me? Because the second he ain't your boss and you're working for him, that means you're telling him what to do. Ain't nobody want that. You get me? So he always wants to be your boss. He's just going to feed you with enough gas to keep you working. But you still got to do it. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, accept it. You get me? Just do what you like doing. If you do what you don't like doing, then you're going to feel like a slave or feel, you get me, like a weight on your shoulder. If you do what you like doing, you get me? And even if it's not what you wanted to do, you get me? There's a difference between doing what you want to do and do what you like doing. I'm saying do what you like doing, at least, find some excitement within your work at it. So it's like, yeah, important, very important.
You're sensitive because you're not paying attention, and you see some publicly that a person said about you that you go, whoa. And it really bothers you that the person just said that, no matter who you are. And I just don't allow that to create I didn't allow it to create a new vulnerability for me. I allowed it to not matter. If the person doesn't love me, I'd like for them to hate me. I could mean enough to them, right? That would just mean that I meant enough for them to have feelings towards me. Because if they don't like me, then I don't matter. I wouldn't even exist to you if you don't hate me. At least let me get that energy out of you, right? I know, like, I've experienced a lot of different things traveling, but there's positive influences, there's negative influences, there's a lot of things around that you can actually do. Like, you look at YouTube, man. It's pretty much every skill set you're looking for you can find on YouTube. You find some information about what you're trying to do on that joint, and not even have it be something for you to sit and read. You're watching them explain it to you. So I don't know why it's not clearer that there's less limitations. Like, you're not limited the same way. But you was going to get the information from, to think outside of that environment. And see the possibilities of different things that you might want to do, and actually be able to find information to occupy yourself with learning
it. But yes, people, that's it. You get me. Hope everybody have a good day still. Shout out to everybody that logged in. Shout out to everybody that's going to watch this after it's streamed. But yeah, peace out. Nighty night.